everyone, welcome to my channel. I don't know if you can hear the rain or not. Anyway, I'm doing my Halloween, I guess I couldn't come up with 10 movies, so I did, I think 8. Hopefully you guys enjoy them just as much as I did. So the first one on the list is this movie here, Mr. Brooks. And it has Kevin Costner in it, and Demi Moore, and William Hurt. It's basically, Kevin Costner plays Man of the Year, and his alter ego starts to come out slowly. And I'd say it's more of like a psychological thriller about a guy who's like consumed and controlled by this alter ego who's into, murder and mayhem. And the second movie on my list is American Psycho. This is like hands down one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite performances I've ever seen of all time. It's about a wealthy New York investment banking executive who hides his alternate like psychopathic ego from his coworkers and like family, everybody, and he ends up escalating into this like crazed killer, and he has all these like brutal vile fantasies and everything. Like seriously, hands down to Christian Bale, because it is like one of the best acting jobs I've ever seen from him. This movie left like such a chilling like feel for me after I saw the film. It was one of those movies where like I watched it alone, and afterwards I had to watch it again, but like a day later, but I couldn't stop thinking about it until I saw it again, because I kept thinking like, in the end I kept thinking, did all that really even happen, or is he just crazy? Anyway, and the book American Psycho, beyond words. It's like amazing. So this one here is called Trick or Treat, and it's from 2007. And I really like this movie because it tells like 4 different stories. One of them is about like this principal serial killer, and he poisons his candy. And one of them is about like a virgin college group of girls, and one of them has to lose their virginity type deal. And one of them is about like a bunch of young kids who go and collect pumpkins because they want to go call on these spirits near this lake or this pond where this bus crashed, apparently. And one of them is about, the fourth one I think, is about this lady who really doesn't like Halloween, and her husband's like obsessed with the holiday, and she's basically taking down all the decorations, and she gets killed by this, I guess, spirit of Halloween or something. So one of the other ones that I was gonna suggest, if you're into mini-series like I am, or if you're into any type of like series and you can go through them really quickly, I don't have it purchased or anything because I had it downloaded, but this series is called American Horror Story, that came out in 2011. It's like this anthology series, and it takes place in this one house, and the next season that they just started, that just came out, takes place in an insane asylum. Hands down, amazing show. I have never seen something that has like captured the same feel as a film, but it's in a show. So every week it just like continues. It's so good. And this movie is called The Fourth Kind, and it's trying to do the whole, this is real, this is interviews taken by real footage and whatnot. Anyways, it's about people who have been abducted by aliens in Alaska. And if I'm not mistaken, Mila Jovovich, or I can't say her last name properly, but that girl from Resident Evil, she's in it. She plays the doctor. So It's creepy though overall. And my next movie is 1986 Blue Velvet, David Lynch film. Big David Lynch fan. Loved his series Carnival, but that's a completely different note. So this movie is about this young guy who discovers like this sinister side of himself, kind of, and takes place in like suburban society. It's creepy overall. Like, he's just a lurking, creepy, sketchy guy. And this is another mini series called Durham County. It's a Canadian show, and it is amazing. I really suggest this show. It is so creepy. I couldn't believe this show was actually written by girls. It's like written by 4 or 5 females. Crazy show. I'll show you what the inside of it looks like. It only has, I think, it has 6 episodes, so not that many. But it's actually a really, really good program. And they've made like 3 seasons of it so far. It has Hugh Dillon in it, and it has some of his music in it. He's from the show Flashpoint, if you've ever seen the show or have ever been a fan. It's so snuffy. The opening scene of it is about this guy who's got these 2 schoolgirls, you know, they're talking and they're eating, having a picnic. And they start fooling around. They're both sisters, and this one guy's fooling around with them and whatever. And he ends up putting these like tie wrists around their wrists, and they're like these plastic wrists these things that you have in like a grocery store. It was so weird. I've never seen that before. Anyway, and he ends up murdering them, but somebody is in the bushes watching, and the guy who's in the bushes watching has always had, like, this is his deepest, darkest fantasy, to do exactly what this person's doing, but now he's seeing it happen. So he actually returns to the crime scene later, and he ends up, one of the girls isn't dead, and he has his way with her. It's so creepy. And this cop just moved back into the city. I guess he was living in a different town or whatever. And he's living on the same street as this guy who returned back to the scene of the crime. So it's pretty fucked up. Like, it's pretty gruesome. I've shown this show to a couple people and they couldn't watch it. They thought it was, you know, like beyond words, just scary. So the last movie that I'm going to talk about is this movie called The Loved Ones, and I think it's an Australian film, 2010 movie. It's about this girl who asks the popular boy, I think, to prom. I think it's prom. Anyways, and I think he already has plans to go with somebody else, so her and her dad kidnap him and torture the fuck out of him. It's pretty gruesome. And apparently you find out, well, when you're watching the movie, you find out she's done this before. So her and her dad are some twisted fucks, and they've been doing this for a while. And that's basically the rundown of The Loved Ones. But it's really creepy. It's actually a really good movie. So those are my movies for Halloween. I hope you enjoyed them. I think I did 8 of them when I said I was going to do 10 in my other video. But either way, I hope you guys check some of them out or get back to me about what your favorite Halloween videos are, and maybe I'll do a review for them. Anyway, so have a good Halloween. See you guys later. Bye.